I think as the years have gone on, it is, when it comes to my sort of relationship to it when I watch a film, I think that there's something really wonderful about the way that he sort of captures, you know, someone that's either nude or sex scenes or whatever it may be, in that it feels very, to me, clinical and funny and not gratuitous. Like, it feels like it serves the story in such an important and funny way that, I don't know, it just doesn't, I completely get it. It made total sense for me from the beginning that this is Bella. She doesn't have shame. She's totally free. She's having these experiences. She's not judging herself. Why would we? Why would I, as an actor? I don't know. There's something to a world that is not necessarily like a surrealistic experience. I think has been interesting to me for a long time. Like, Birdman was sort of that way. La La Land was sort of that way. Like, there's an element of like fantastical in the midst of a sort of groundedness that I find really intriguing and something that only film can do. Like, you can only really do that in cinema. So it's a great use of the medium, you know, and I find it really fun to be in that kind of experience and those worlds and the way that they're sort of presented. So I don't know. Yeah. And the curse, yeah, definitely does live in that world too.
The film itself is kind of, it just feels like it's pushing back on a lot of societal sort of expectations now, and sort of some slide backs in how women want to be perceived and so on. I mean, we're also in this very progressive moment in another sense too, but you know, it's the journey of a woman that hasn't had any conditioning, you know, and just ends up as the mind of a child in a 36-year-old woman's body, and then this journey of discovery without that conditioning, and even when people try to put that on her, she just refuses to accept it. Her spirit hasn't been broken by, you know, the water she's swimming in, you know? And the people around her who are trying to control that and you know, manipulate it or possess it can't survive it. And in a way either have to grow or be destroyed, you know? And I just think that's a great liberation story that resonates for today. Having two girls myself, you know, two young women.
Yeah.
You know, I've been talking about, you know, everyone says, oh, they want to know about the makeup process. It's long, it's involved, but you use that. You see yourself recede, and you see something else emerge. And then you get behind that, because that's your job, to consider another way of being and apply it to, you know, the script and the situations. And that's the thrill of performing. That's the thrill of acting. Receiving another set of circumstances and trying to live it, trying to inhabit it. So that's a great help, because if you don't have those things to push you, there's a tendency to use this thing a little bit more and not work so much from intuition and things that probably you can't even access, because those triggers make you feel a different way, and then you naturally fall. It's a response to leaving yourself behind and taking on a new feeling. Also physically, like I had prosthetics on my body too, and that changes how you move. And if you're moving different, you feel different, and then you apply that to being the character. So it's a beautiful way to enter into a character.
I think it just takes a lot of skillful weaving. I mean, I think for me, anytime I'm making something or doing something, I'm always trying to step into some sort of weird, not Yorgos weird, but I do think what he does really well is it's really weird, but it's kind of still a pop song, you know, especially this film. It still does so many things that you want when you go to the movies. It's not kind of being objectionable just, you know, for the sake of art or, you know, to kind of throw you off its scent. I think he really wants you to go along with the ride, but he makes it kind of as unhinged and expansive at the same time, and I think that's really cool.